Tell us about the win.
We've still not scored a goal in the playoffs, but we've had the chances. It was a much better performance. We did what we needed to do to come here. I felt, I've said all along, I think we're two very evenly matched teams, but our performance was better. I thought our quality on the ball was better. We've had some good chances. BB's hit the bar, Westy's hit the post or the top of the post. Toff's missed a really good chance at the far post. We've had some really good moments as well, but they've had some chances, a couple from set pieces, Gustavo header from the corner. I think it was Hack from the free kick as well, where Callie's had to make some good saves as well. But a much better performance, and I felt comfortable during the game, which is pleasing because I didn't in the first half last week, and the lads got it done in the penalties.
Coming into this match, the team was 0-2 in penalty shootouts this year. How do you prepare and get the win out, especially in what I think is the longest penalty shootout in the club's history?
Yeah, I mean, we've been working on penalties obviously because the competition format. After 90 minutes, there's got to be a winner. So there's a likelihood when two teams are equally matched that there's going to be, a tie in one of the games, and today was that game, and we've been working on them. So every credit to the penalties. I thought we took excellent penalties today.
How big a difference did having Wilf back in the lineup make?
Yeah, it makes a big difference. I mean, he's probably just topped up the MLS fouls ratio a little bit more with the fouls that were on him today, and another lad got a caution for fouling him so much. So he's got that extra quality. You saw that in the first half, at times in the second half where he got round the boy Gray. It's great to have him back in the lineup.
And then finally from me for now, your first sub today was Archie Goodwin in for Bronico. What gave you the belief and faith in Archie that he could go out there for those last 20 minutes?
Yeah, I just felt that we could be a threat with Archie running in behind. He nearly got on the end of the one where the goalkeeper's come and claimed it, and he challenged with the goalkeeper. He was almost there first, which would have been big, and it just allowed Idan to just play in the pocket a little bit more. It's a pitch where you need to go and stretch the game, and I just felt at that time, I thought BB had done well in terms of stretching the line for us, and then some fresh legs on.
Cheers, congratulations.
Thank you.
What did you make, I guess, what was the message at halftime? It felt like the team could have gone maybe 1 or 2-0 up.
Yeah, keep doing the right things. We'd created some really good chances. We got caught out a couple of times with a couple of set pieces. And I just felt that our press, we needed to get right a little bit there. Their 10 was picking up the ball just in front of our centre-back, so we tried to sort that out as well. Naturally, as the second half goes on, teams get tired, players get tired, and it becomes a little bit more stretched, but we had some really good discipline there today.
Nice. It felt like, Brent Bronico was having a phenomenal game. He was involved in all the 3 actions of that first half, and so I know you subbed in Archie, but I guess can you talk to me more to that thought process of taking him out and putting in Archie?
Yeah, I just felt we needed probably a natural striker now to go on, and with Idan, another goal scorer. As good as what BB is, he's not a natural goal scorer. So I just wanted to get the option and more goals onto the pitch as well, and Archie took a good penalty as well.
Yeah, and speaking of that, he was the first one up. Was that something that you decided, he decided?
Yeah, no, he was confident. We knew we was taking him. We just didn't know what order we was going to do it. He was confident, and I've not seen him miss one yet in training. That's for sure. He certainly knows where the back of the net is, and he found it. He took a good penalty again.
Nice. Game 3 is now back at the bank on a Friday. And so most likely 7 p.m. right? And so just how good is it, that you'll have another chance to make it right and go through at home?
Yeah, well, let me just clarify. I love our supporters, and I would never criticise our supporters, and I wasn't. I was criticising the scheduling of the games, not our supporters, because they're the best. So I'm looking forward to going back to the bank and having all our supporters back for us, and then we've got to go and put on a performance that we didn't put on last week, because we weren't good enough in the first half, and I said that after the game. I've said it subsequently since. So we know what we've got to do and what side of us has to turn up to go and get into the next round of this cup.
Nice. And then final one for me, just, like after such a tough game, I guess what was maybe the message to the players in that locker room now?
The message was clear to the players. Listen, this is 2 out of 3. We've got another game to go. I felt New York, and certainly some of the message I was reading on their board, they were very confident of winning this game today. So to go and get the victory, I know it's on penalties, but now we take them back to the bank, and it's a proper elimination game.
All right, we'll go to Zoom right now. Carol?
I know you're sounding really cool, Dean, but how's the heart rate?
Heart rate's good. I was okay, Carol. I get more frustrated when I think we're not in a good place, like the first half last week, on Tuesday rather. Today I was in a good place. I thought players handled the ball a lot better. Technically we were better. We created some really good chances as well, and looked more of a team today, and that was the pleasing part. When it goes to penalties, then your technique's tested, and I think a few of the lads stood up to that.
It seemed like just the picture of you getting on the plane, kind of your attitude in the press conference was just to kind of be loose and calm. Was that kind of a concerted effort?
No, I think that's my personality. We'd done all the work that we could to get ready for this game.
To show the team, hey.
Yeah, listen, we've done all we can. We know if we perform and we show the qualities that we have, then we can go and win this game. And, we went and done that today.
And we also have to give a nod to the defenders who made those penalties there at the end. What do you have to say about those guys?
Yeah, they stood up and, Dianis was probably one of the best penalties. He's reversed, whipped it into the top corner. Addy took a great penalty as well. I think Tim was a little bit, because him and obviously their goalkeeper would have took many penalties together at the US camp. So, and then Nathan's put one down the middle as well. So, really pleased with the penalties from all the players. And I thought it was a good save for Westies as well. It was right in the bottom corner. We got through now and back to the bank on a Friday.
Sorry, one last one. Archie, when you put him in late, is part of that the benefit to having him on the pitch if there are penalties? Yeah,
he's a confident boy, and he takes a good penalty, as we've seen in training. So, at that time I wasn't thinking about penalties. I was just thinking about, how we could go and get a goal. I thought we'd probably lost a little bit of the emphasis in the last 15 minutes of the game. So I was trying to actually, see if we could go and take the game back to them again.
Thanks, Dean. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go to Steve.
Okay. Hello, Dean. Thanks for saving trick or treat for today. With that, and
no, just
Carol,
treats. Just treats for you, Steve.
True. For Carol, defenders don't overthink their PK, so they're the best. And where's Colina as far as if it went that far taking a PK? Because keepers they practice this all the time.
Yeah, no, the keepers had practiced as well as the outfield players. So that's something we're not going to miss a trick of practicing penalties, because we know this format, and we've certainly done our homework on that.
Now, some of your shots, Westie's shot off the bar of Brandt's, they're a little further out than usually like. Did you give them because of the narrower confines and congestion? Was there more of a green light for longer shooting today? Yeah, no,
there was a green light. To go and create opportunities and shoot. Westies, I was right behind it, just needed a little bit more dip, and it had got a goal there. BB hit a great strike on the volley. I think both of them were I think Westies was just outside the box, BB's was inside the box. So some good opportunities. I thought we should have had a penalty where the lads tripped Wilf. There was no difference to that for the one that Nathan Byrne got cautioned for. But as I've said many times before, I'm not a massive fan of VAR in this country at the moment.
Yeah, and you said you were looking at the socials. You tell us you don't pay attention to those things.
No, I haven't looked at the socials at all, because I wouldn't know how to, Steve. But people have people have actually told me.
About the New York comments and stuff?
Oh no! I was standing on the pitch looking at the scoreboard, and they put our record on without our 9 winning run. Why would you do that? We actually played the 9 games in them 34 as well, So Yeah, it was one of them things.
Was there anything particularly different you did today from the last match there to?
We wanted to go and take probably less passes in our own half and go and play in their half a little bit more. Turn them round, make them chase back towards their own goal. And I thought we did that very well at times. And then when they drop off because they're expecting, if you remember first half, Nathan's played a great ball into Kerwin, he's cut inside and played it into Wilf, and we create a chance from that. So, that's a different part of the game, trying to stretch them so you can then play inside the game as well.
Excellent. We haven't gotten to talk to Harry a whole lot yet. Did he say anything about his missed opportunity? Because he had quite a good look there.
Yeah, no, he was disappointed with it. He said that to me as we was coming out for the second half. But, he's getting fitter as it goes, and to have our left back arriving at the far post is what we've been working for and what he gives us as well. So yeah, I'm pleased with the way he's performing at the moment and the fitter he's getting as we go on in this cup.
Great, you can do it Friday. Have a great trip home. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Last
Cheers.
one to Sam here in the room.
Yeah. So Steve sort of took my question. I did want to ask about that cheeky dummy play, if you want to talk to that. But in general, with the defenders, how big was the performance from Nate and Adilson and Harry tonight?
Yeah, and Tim as well. I thought Tim was our best player on Tuesday night. I thought he played well. He's been really, really steady again. But the four of them have been really, really good. And the more they can protect our goalkeeper, then he can pull off them saves from the set pieces that he had to today.
And how would you have felt if that cheeky dummy goal play had worked?
Which one was that one?
The one that Top got the chance.
Oh yeah, no, it would have been great. I mean, we scored a similar one, didn't we, against Philly?
Yeah.
And he's arrived at the right time, and that's what you want. You want players to arrive when the ball arrives, but unfortunately, he just didn't keep it down.
Cheers.
All right,
Cheers.
thank you guys.
Thank
We'll
you.
have players shortly.